If you're a fan of hip hop, please pick up the latest issue of Billboard magazine, which features Mr. Nasir Jones. He talks about the 50th anniversary of hip hop, his own career, becoming a better businessman, and more, including his company Mass Appeal, which has been pumping out some really good documentaries, like the documentary on Video Music Box. I saw that on Showtime recently, and it's just really, really good. I think there's a lot of things about Nas that we don't talk about. First of all, Illmatic will be 30 years old next year, which is amazing because Illmatic still feels like it came out because it's an excellent album. But most importantly, we don't talk about Nas's business ventures, right? Nas owns Queensbridge Venture Partners, and they were early investors in Ring, the Ring doorbell. They were early investors in that. They invested in Lyft, Dropbox, Robinhood. I mean, they've been really good in investing in companies, but we never hear about that. If you look at Forbes magazine, every year Forbes magazine puts out the top hip hop entrepreneurs, top moneymakers in hip hop, and you see Dr. Dre and Jay-Z and Puffy and 50 Cent, but never Nas. And I wonder why. This kind of goes back to something Nick Cannon said. It was the one time when Kylie Jenner was on the cover because he said she became a billionaire, and they asked Nick, "Well, how come you're never in Forbes?" And he said it's because there's a lot of politics behind the scenes. Because Nick said, I make a lot of money. I do a lot of things, but I'm never in that magazine. And part of it is it's kind of political. And I feel the same way about Nas. Like, Nas should be up there with Jay-Z. When they talk about Jay-Z having a great business mind, Nas also should be in that discussion. And I'll tell you how much of a business mind he was or is. Back when Stillmatic, now Stillmatic was his fifth album. And when that album came out, he made his daughter Destiny, who was 7 years old at the time, an executive producer of the album. And you know why he did that? So she could get royalty checks off that album. Since that girl's been 7 years old, his daughter Destiny has been getting royalty checks from Stillmatic. But just because Nas put her on as an executive producer. That is amazing that he had that type of brilliant business mind back then. Also, one of the things that Nas talked about was that older rappers should also make more albums. Nas has been consistently putting out some great albums with Hit Boy. They are a great combination. His latest work with Hit Boy has also been amazing. And I think he's right. I think when it comes to rock artists, they can go on tour like the Eagles and Aerosmith, and is looked upon as legends. Unfortunately for hip hoppers, there's ageism in hip hop where they feel like, well, once you hit a certain age, you shouldn't rhyme anymore, which is just ridiculous. It's not like this era currently is full of heavy hitters, right? These older men and women who are in their 40s and 50s can outrhyme most of these young folks. And I think it's important for older rappers to put out new albums. But what do you think? Which older rapper do you think should put out new music? And what's your favorite Nas album or song?